What is up, you beautiful people? In this video, I will give you 5 lead generation methods through which you can scrape the contact details of your target customers, reach out to them, book meetings, and close them in the deals. Right now, this particular video, I'll cover free methods and paid methods. I'll talk about basics like lead pools. I'll cover practical steps like how to scrape Sales Navigator, how to scrape Apollo, how to scrape whatever. There are a lot of things that I cover in this particular video, right? So this video is going to be absolutely a powerhouse of knowledge if you want to scrape data off the internet and reach out. So without any further ado, let's get into the video.
Now, before we start lead scraping, I wanted to let you know, this is a very easy step, but this is a time suck. It's easy, but it's not simple, I would say.
Yeah.
Because you can scrape data from the website, but scraping each and every single website does require a lot of time. So I always recommend, if you have a little bit of money, just hire somebody to do this data scraping for you. So here first, I wanted to talk about the lead extraction sheet. So I've created this particular sheet called the lead extractor. So the emails, the kind of leads that you should generate should have all these details. It may not have all the details, but at least the most crucial details are first name, last name, title, their job position, email, phone, their personal LinkedIn URL, and how confident are you about their email. Then this part is like company ke baad, the only employee is something that I feel like is the one that is important. Yeah. Industry, website, the client's LinkedIn profile, the company LinkedIn, company Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, right? These are the data that we need. So if you can see, I have divided this into two parts. One is raw leads, one is clean leads. So again, I'll remove the seniority. So raw leads is where you basically dump everything. So whatever data you got, you just dump it here. And then in the clean leads, you clean this data that you have received and then put them in this particular sheet, which is the clean lead sheet. I've also added an email permutator sheet where I have basically built some formula. So let's say you know the first name of the person, middle name of the person, last name of the person, and the domain name. So this particular tool, what it does, it will create multiple iterations of what can be the potential email ID. So there are about 20 different permutations, and you can add all the lists here. It will give all the data.
Okay.
And then there is a way to verify this list, right? So I will show you the entire process to start with. So there are two methods. The slow method, the fast method, and the even faster method. So even faster method is just hire somebody, which is the easiest thing. That's what I covered. But the slow method looks something like this, because this is the most efficient method. It's the most time consuming, right? The slow method is you need to identify something called as lead pool for your industry. What a lead pool? A lead pool is a community. It can be a database or a directory where you will have the list of potential clients. A good example of, let's say, if I were to provide services to SaaS companies who are funded, good example of lead pool would be Crunchbase, right? If you go to Crunchbase, they charge I think $500 a year, but they have a pretty good data. If you go to advanced, go to contact, here you can search. Let's say I want to target VPs, and they should have emails, and they should be in a marketing department. Right now we have Rishi Chadda, India. We can go deeper, which organization they are in, the finances of that organization, which funding round they are in. So this is a very nice lead pool for startup. So you can this is easy. If you can just Google stuff startup directories in India, startup directories in USA, funded startups in India. So you eventually come across these kind of stuff. But these are some common lead pools that I keep seeing. Crunchbase, Angel.co is a good lead list. A lot of the clients I got from, so now it's wellfound.com. So here you see.
Angel list became well-found.
Huh.
Oh, wow.
Now Angel.co became wellfound. Angel list is there.
Okay. Got it.
So this is to is to build that network and invest. This is to hire.
Well-found is just for
hiring
talent, which is Angel list talent became well-found. Nice.
Yeah. You can click on startups here in Angel list. We can check where's the people. Or maybe you have to sign in to get this data. but this is one directory where you can find startup jobs. These startups are always hiring. Just create a free profile and see CKI is hiring for, let's say, marketing. I don't know what marketing role, but they are looking for director of product marketing. ShipCurve is looking for CMOs, content marketing managers. So since these people are already been hiring, we can just find whoever is the guy in charge. We just reach out to them. So let's say Ash Pandar, he is the founder. And if I were to like click on their profile, jobs mein to they show what all companies, positions they're hiring for. If you go to people, okay, this guy comes across. So if I open his thing, usually we find his LinkedIn profile as well. So now okay, this guy maybe he has changed his LinkedIn profile name, but sometimes you definitely get their details here. And if you there are tools like Apollo or let's say Snove.io to find their email IDs from here. So I'll show that process as well. But pretty much this is one directory where you can find startups. We have clutch.co, right? If you go ahead and search for, let's say I'm serving mobile app development agencies in United States and search. Now here you see these people are like verified. They are you see sponsored here. That means they are advertising on clutch.co to get leads. That means if we just go ahead and tell them that, hey, you know what, I am also providing this thing. Would you like to check out how I can help you out, right? So again, if we click their profile and open it up, this is a clutch.co profile, and I think we can also find their website somewhere. View website, this one. Let me check. I think India they must
IP
have
restrictions.
IP restriction. So let me try with a VPN. Where is the VPN? This one. Yeah, now it has come. The IP based. See? So they are creating software products, right? Now these are some tools. So what we do is we just list out this kind of directories to begin with. So here if you go to this lead pools, I'll put one, clutch, and homepage URL is this. Exact URL of the companies, like where we have like this mobile applications ka search page, I'll just copy and I'll paste here. So clutch is one, and if we are going to look for, let's say, mobile app developers directory, you'll find a lot of these. Some clutch.co is only coming. Good Firms is coming. The Manifest is coming. You just find out wherever these companies have like a list of different companies that you want to work with.
You need some patience to go through all this to identify potential clients.
Exactly. So this is why the slow method. It's a time suck, to be honest.
At the same time, if you are trying to build a personal brand and get inbound leads, that is also going to take some time.
Yeah, so that's it. For this, at least we can hire somebody to do this.
Yeah.
There are data scrapers who are like really good at this, even better than me, because they use some scripts, Python scripts and all to scrape this data. So this is how it looks. So first thing first, we need to list down the lead pools that we are getting out of it, right? Easiest thing is common lead pools are clutch.co, we have g2.com, especially in the software field, I'm saying. Oops. So let's say we have services. Let's say I'm providing marketing. I'm providing consulting to, let's say, HR people. I can go to business services, HR. Here we'll have all this HR companies who are promoting their services on g2.com. So list of companies. We just need to make a list of all these directories, right? That if you are working with SaaS companies, so there is something called as SaaS. No, not SaaScraft. It was
Faster?
called. Nathan Latka has one.
Okay.
He has a podcast and he also has something called as getlatka.com, SaaS database. So here if you sign up, you will get access to his database and he's charging for that database as well. We have, let's say, something called as topstartups.io. This is the one. So this is a very good directory where you can find the startup name, and if they are, you can check the company site, see who people are hiring. I don't know whether they're hiring, that data is there or not, but definitely it lists down a lot of SaaS startups that you can find their company website right here, right? Tavers.com, personalized videos they are making. So this is one lead pool. Another lead pool for, let's say, if you are targeting e-commerce brands, then BuiltWith is a very good lead tool, because if they are using Shopify, right? So the dashboard looks something like this, and if you put Shopify on the technology filter, it shows all the websites, the stats of how many users are using Shopify. And here, let's say I want to take Shopify stores of USA. I'll just open this. Now in the free version, you get only this much, not more than that, and paid version is expensive. But a common hack is, just below that, they have state-wise distribution. All the 50 states, they'll have like
amazing
this kind of lists of companies that you can work with.
So if somebody is a freelancer or an agency wanting to work with e-commerce startups in US, this can be one of the best sources of data.
Yeah. So this works. You can click on download full lead list. It will give you like the database here. And the best thing about this particular tool is BuiltWith is they also have sometimes the let's say the contact emails. So if I click here, let's see. Yeah, see, these are the emails. Adam Rothberg. Who is Adam? Ralph. Okay, Ralph Lauren ka to nahi milega. But there are people whose contact emails are there. Maybe marketing heads. Jonathan Karp. Let's see if we can find his email ID sometimes here. So many times you can directly find the decision maker's email ID right here. You don't have to even use any other tools, right? So this is how you can find some lead pools for yourself. If you guys are serving Amazon sellers, there is a website called sellerratings.com where they have list of Amazon websites, a list of sellers who are selling in Amazon, and they have like 30-day reviews, lifetime reviews. If you see somebody is like reducing, Mr. Pen, okay, your reviews are reducing. I can help you get them up. So this is one tool like that. So just if you search around, you'll find a lot of these pools here. There are also some databases that you can buy. For example, recently I came across this database. So I just searched for D2C databases in India. So there was something called as D2CHunt.in. So they charge like some $70. And this guy made a very nice, so I bought this also. This guy made a very nice database of D2C brands with like the brand name, Instagram handle, their email, phone number if you want to cold call them. So with their category and how many followers they have and their link tree, their Instagram bio thing. He has scraped all this data and like, this is for sale. So if you just hunt around, you'll find a lot of these things. So always like a good idea.
If Alpha Club members need access to this database, you can share it with them, right?
This one I have shared already, but I am not sharing with multiple people because then it becomes and everybody will be pitching to the same people. So some D2C India awards, so you can check this. If some people have been getting awards here, we can reach out to them. Previous winners, let's say. We can say them, hey, found your, if we have to mail Campus Sutra, saying them, we can send a mail saying that, hey, congrats on being the best D2C brand of the year. Found your website there. How are things going? And maybe some feedback on their Facebook ad saying that whatever your ROAS is, I'll beat it, right? Then start working. So these are some ways. Another good website is Gumroad. So, and I'll tell you how this is helpful. I mean, this may not be perfect for everything. But I use Gumroad a lot to see if somebody is selling something, because these are digital product databases, right? Another one is Product Hunt. D2CHunt.in I came across in Product Hunt as well. So if you go to Gumroad and build a free account, you have to go to this discover section. I keep buying a lot of this stuff. Let's say we say leads. Or let's say I would put database. So let me just refresh it again, this pop-up. So database aa gaya, and then we will just search if there is the big deal startups database updated monthly, map of 316 e-commerce metrics. Sometimes you can find some databases. So lead sourcing.
I really like the design of Gumroad.
Gumroad, na, it's sort of out there only. I mean,
It's like a new concept of design that is making rounds around the internet. I've seen many sites with this kind of design language.
Yeah. So all manually sourced, or 11% of 3 months, online arbitrage, daily shorts. Some lead list people are selling. So if you can open up whatever these people are selling, you can like buy it out and see how this goes. Amazon seller database, let's say. Okay. Sometimes you find, sometimes you don't. So it's like, if you get lucky, you can find these.
Yeah.
Product Hunt is also like a very good place.
All the new SaaS startups, tech startups,
they are all here.
They are all listed here.
So if you want to work with early stage startups, this is a very, very good list. Again, these people will be selling some products also. Let's say database, UX database. Okay, Confluence VC investor database. Come on, if you are targeting investors, database of 50K plus angels and VC to raise your capital. So, yeah, these people are selling investor database mostly, but you can keep finding such things in like Product Hunt or this Gumroad and everything. So basically list all of them down here in this particular thing. So once you are here in lead pools, and I have kind of, let's say I bought clutch.co. Next, how do you go ahead and extract data about their current employees, right? So for that, I use a tool called as Apollo.io. Now, Apollo has a lot of merits and demerits. Demerits in terms of currently the email sending feature of the Apollo is not the best, but it is very good for lead generation. So what I normally do is if I come to clutch.co and I figured out, okay, Technology Reverse is a potential client that I can work with. I click here, visit their website, and I'll copy their domain. So just this part, not the HTTPS part. I'll come to Apollo, go to search, and search for people may. I'll just put this domain. You'll see all the people with technologyreverse.com email ID will be listed here, right? And out of 25 people, let's say director of operations, if I want to target, or founder or CEO, right? We go, if we click here, we get their email ID right here.
Awesome.
Right? All right. So here what I will do is I'll copy this guy's name. I'll come here. I'll paste first name, then last name, and title is CEO and founder. Email ID we just got. There are 2 email IDs, so I'll just copy both of them. There is a Gmail ID also. Ideally, Gmail IDs people don't open, but since we have this guy's Gmail ID, I'll add it here. Phone, if it is important. Sometimes they add phone, but majority of the time it's just office phone, so I don't collect that. Person's LinkedIn profile. If we click here, we get to his LinkedIn profile, G Mansoor. So I'll copy that, add it here. Email confidence is something that we'll cover later. Company, we know Technology Reverse. So either I'll add that or this company only we can open and take it from here. So normally what I would do is I would also add one more column called company ABV or something. So abbreviated company name. So I'll put TR here. Number of employees you can check if you go to the company profile in Apollo or even in LinkedIn. So if you can find their LinkedIn profile, 31 employees are there. So I can just go ahead and put 31. Industry, here itself you can find software development. Come here, paste it. Website, we have this. The LinkedIn profile, company LinkedIn profile, which is this. If we have Facebook and all, usually Apollo gives Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram. If it is required, just then scrape it, otherwise don't. So this is a slow method. You keep doing this over and over again for all the people. And let's assume that, let's do this. Okay, so I'll just, if I were to verify this email ID, I'll select this entire column, go to edit, insert, smart chips, convert people to chips. So both the email IDs got verified here, right?
Got it.
So both of them are valid emails that we can send emails to. Now there will be a lot of people where you don't have this, this bubble around it. So you just, discard them, and clean leads, you put it here, right? So let's assume that this person, we don't know his email ID, right? So what we will do, we'll copy their first name, come to this email permutator sheet, and put it here. This guy doesn't have a middle name, so I'll just take the last name, put the last name here, and I will take the the domain name without the .com here. So now this tool has given us multiple combinations, and I can fill it up with all the data, right? So I'll just copy this entire thing, come here to the email verifier sheet and paste it here. So paste as values. So if you paste special, values only, that's how it will look. Then select this entire sheet from here, go to insert, smart chips, convert people to chips. You see? Jayant at pixel track, Adip at pixel track, this all the right emails are validated.
Yes.
So bulk mein you can validate these emails, and whichever turns out to be valid, just add them to your clean lead sheet. Right? Now this is the slow method. Right, so you find the decision makers on LinkedIn. Apollo is one tool. There are other tools like GetProspect, Snow.io, Hunter.io. You can just Google, see the tutorials. But Apollo for now is something that I like the most. Right. A faster method is I just scrape directly from Apollo most of the time, because I got a good plan in Apollo and I stick to it. There are other databases. You can purchase, let's say, LinkedIn Sales Navigator. I did that, but then RBI regulation happened and I could not renew. That was the problem. But Apollo is pretty good in itself. If I were to give you more examples of database, there is Lusha.com. This is expensive, but oops, sorry. They realized I'm using a VPN. Give me a minute. This is expensive, but Lusha is one of the best tools out there. With Apollo, about 50% of the verified data is actually verified. With Lusha, almost 90% of them are legit.
Nice.
But it is pricey. So if you want to extract, let's say, 1,000 leads every month, then you'll probably have to end up spending $696 in a year, I think. I don't know. Let me check quickly. What? Give me a minute. Okay, I have to log in. That's the... Let me see. Yeah, so some $600 per year is what they are charging. They don't have a monthly subscription. They only have a yearly subscription. Plus, they only give with $600, you only get 960 credits. But let's say I want more data. So $1,700 I have to pay to this particular tool, which I personally don't like because it's very expensive.
Yeah.
Worst case scenario, if you can't get it anywhere, then use it. But the kind of data that I got from Lusha is very legit. Oh, I have reached my limit, so I'll go back. So Lusha is one, Apollo is one. You can use Snob.io to get people's email addresses. So, but if I were to show you the fastest method here, so I just bought Apollo's $99 plan. If I go to Apollo's pricing page, I got this particular plan for a very good price. I think they are changing a lot of things, but at least $99 is pretty solid. Now, what I do is I just go to search, and based on the ICP, example, if I open Alpha Club ka ICP in Notion, okay. So we have, let's say, okay, I didn't add employee number. Okay, I'll add that later. But we have mostly targeting freelancers and agency owners.
Yeah.
Who, who
Might
need
have a
more
small
help.
team
Might have a
sometimes.
small team, 1 to
3 to
10.
5. Less than 10.
Less than
people.
10, right? So what I will do is I'll go to industry and keywords, and let's say we're targeting marketing agencies. So we can search for marketing and advertising. Employee count output 1 to 10. Okay, so this filter. Okay. Now we have 800,000 leads here. Location, if you put, let's say, India, we have 70,000 leads, which is a lot. We need to target and find out founders and CEOs, right? So I'll go to job titles and search for CEO, founder, co-founder. So these are the people. I would put owner as well sometimes. Yeah. So almost 12,000 marketing agencies listed in Apollo itself. So I can just select all people in bulk like this and add them to something called as a list. So I already have a list built. Let me check if I have a marketing agency list here. Oh no, okay, I was saving it for today's tutorial. Yeah. So what I do is this search, I can't find it anywhere else again. So I don't want to like put this particular filters again. So I just save this search saying marketing agency. Oh, I have saved the search. Sorry. Give me a minute. I'll go to search, saved searches. For some reason I can't find. Okay, this one, marketing agency CEO. So you can save this particular search and give it a certain name, and anytime you go to your saved searches list, you can, anytime you go to your saved searches list, this Apollo, sometimes I don't understand. Yeah, if you go here, if you go to your saved searches, usually you'll find the filter right here. Right? If you click here, it will come up again. Now, what I will do is, I have filtered it even further. I have filtered it based on email status. So, emails that Apollo itself has verified. If Apollo has tried verifying it and they're invalid or something, then anyways we can't get their emails. So, that's there. So, somewhat around 4,600 contacts we have, right? So, I'll click on this button, and with this plan, it allows me to select up to 1,000 people at once. And then I'll create a list. I'll click on this list, add to list, and maybe I'll say marketing agency CEO hyphen output owner output founders. Then I'll put EMP 10 or EMP less than 10, which is employee less than 10 India, right? So I'll put this and confirm. So that next time I see this particular list, I know that what were my filters. So it takes a little bit of time to scrape all of it. Done. I'll refresh. And if I go back to the list, say here. Here we have all the 1,000 people added to this particular list, right? Now, what I will do is, I'll click on this button again. This time I'll select the entire 1,000 people and export it. Export all the emails, and I'll start exporting. Okay, and I'll download. Done. Now what I will do, I'll go to this raw lead sheet, whatever the data I'll remove. Maybe I'll create a new sheet somewhere here. Go to file, import, Here I'll click on upload, browse, and select that particular sheet that we just downloaded. And since this is a CSV file, this is a comma separated value. So I'll click on import data. And open now. Oh, it took it to a separate Google Sheet altogether.
Yeah.
Sometimes it doesn't work. So what I will do is I'll delete this then, no need. What I will do is I'll match these fields with these fields. So you have first name, last name, title, email. Company came after email confidence. So I'll take this, I'll put it here. Again, company name for emails, I'll delete. First name, last name, title, email. Email status, we don't need. Phone is here. Just name, title and email. We have phone. Let's say we'll add it here after email. Then we have person's LinkedIn profile. So you'll find it somewhere here. Oops. So organization helps a lot. So person's LinkedIn profile, email confidence. So email confidence is something that we will add if it is verified or not. Uske baad we have company, done. Then we have company abbreviation. This is something that we can add a formula or we can do it manually. Then we have number of employees, which we can find somewhere here, this one. What about then the industry website, which industry they are in, which is marketing and advertising mostly. This thing. Then website, I think company car details we can take like this. Website, company, LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter, everything. I'll drag it and put it here. Pretty much done. Instagram, I don't think we have the details. Everything else we can reduce. So Apollo also has data about total funding, latest funding, but this is not very legit.
Relevant also.
So what I'll do is I'll delete these. We don't need any of these things. Done. Next I'll just copy this entire thing. Come here and we can paste the entire data here and delete this data. And this we can I think for now phone number also we can delete, but let it be. Right? Now the data is nicely arranged. All the data are here. What I will do, I will verify if the email ID is legit or not. So I'll click here, go to insert, smart chips, convert people to chips. Now you'll see some emails are legit, some emails are not. Now what I will do is I will go ahead and copy this entire data, come here and paste it here somewhere. Right? So what I will do in the clean lead section, I'll copy this entire email column. I'll open up Microsoft Excel. And the reason why I'm doing this is because the same feature is not available in Google Sheets. I have to use two different sheets here. Actually, you can do it here itself. Let's keep clean leads for only clean leads. Here itself we can do a lot of things. I'll copy this email thing again. I'll come back here and just simply paste it here in Excel. Okay. Now copy again and create a new sheet and paste directly. Oops.
Paste as values only.
No, actually not. Let me try again. Did you record? Alright, so what I will do is let me try cutting it instead of copying it and paste it here. Alright, for some reason, sometimes it does work like a charm. Sometimes it doesn't. So let me Control X again. Let me try manually like this. Okay, now it has come. This Excel to Google Sheet, I don't know what happens sometimes. So copy this entire sheet, come back to raw leads and just replace. Now you might see this color has changed, right?
Oh, wow.
So I'll just put a color filter. I wish Google has this option, but they don't.
Yes.
So you have to work around. So if you just filter by color,
Ah,
now all these emails are valid emails.
awesome.
So if we check, we have about, out of that list of 1,510 emails were valid. Now we select the entire thing which in the filter, come to the clean lead sheet. I'll delete this sheet and paste it.
Perfect. So you have all the valid emails here.
All the valid emails. So 518 for some reason has come. Maybe it has taken a few more columns somewhere. But okay. So we got at least some sort of data. So now we have a clean list of data that we can start reaching out to. We can upload this one
And
instantly.
then we can start sending out cold emails.
Cold emails. Sorted, no? So this is the fast method. But again, as you can see, it does take a little bit of time to like get the data out properly. That is exactly why I'm like, if you want data, then just hire Rohan or hire somebody from Fiverr.
Yeah.
Sorted. Apollo also has a very nice feature, which is technology filter. So let's say I want people who only use Microsoft Office Outlook. So if I go to technology here and put Outlook, email providers, anybody who is using Outlook as an email provider, they will be listed here.
Got it.
So that is one more way we can see Microsoft. Robert Gates, nice. Okay, so Outlook mein you can find that. If you, let's say, want to target Shopify stores, just put Shopify here, it's there. You can find all the people who are using Shopify at the backend. Now, the cons of this is that a lot of the people already know about Apollo, right? So, a lot of the freelancers will be just extracting data from Apollo to start sending cold emails because it's fast method and everybody loves something that is fast. So people will be just using this to get clients, which doesn't mean that it is like saturated or something. There is definitely a lot of scope, but it is to some extent competitive. What is the benefit of hiring some data scrapers is that these people like Rohan or people in Fiverr, they have their own database. They actually go to some website, scrape that data off, find emails and give that data to you. They do that hard work, right? For in your behalf, the slow method in your behalf, with which what happens is a lot of the websites that are not updated in Apollo or any other database, you'll find them. I'll show you a few other databases that I use. There is a database called D7 Lead Finder here. And this is great for finding local leads. So if you go to plans, they charge some 2,400 rupees a month. And I prefer this plan because they will see, they basically scrape through Google Maps. And you can also see whether these people are running ads on Facebook or Instagram or not. And their Google business ranking, you can check. If they have any sub accounts, you can have some sub accounts. You can also get the Instagram data, website data, and a lot more data that you normally can find, right? Along with the emails and everything. So let's say if I want to target, let's say dentists, right, in New York, and get leads. So it'll take like 3 minutes and scrape all the data of dentists in New York and give you that particular list. So this is a beautiful, beautiful database, just like Apollo. So you can get that data, do the same exercise that we did here, whichever is applicable, and then go ahead and generate the clean list for yourself, right? That is one. Another cool hack is like if nothing works, this has proven to work multiple times, especially if you're targeting some service providers, right? There is a tool called as Recruitin.net. So this is primarily created for recruiters to find the right talent because then job title becomes valid. So let's say I want to target CPA. So they are like CA versions of US, right? So I want to target these people and this searches in LinkedIn, and I want in the keyword I'll just put gmail.com @gmail.com, and I click on find the right people on LinkedIn. So it will give me a Google search query.
Okay.
sometime. So let it come. Huh. So this Google search query is something that they have given. So if I click on open in Google, you'll see their email right here.
Awesome.
So again, emails. This guy's email is not here, but this guy's email is here, right? So if I, and again, this is like a really cool hack.
So you can search this directly on Google as well, but that tool basically gives you the proper syntax.
Syntax, yeah. So if you just copy the particular list, let's say यहाँ तक, and I go to ChatGPT and I say, represent following data in tabular form and paste this. I'll put GPT-3. See?
Oh, wow.
If we ask them to, okay, this guy, GPT-3 obviously is not smarter. If I just put tabular form and extract their emails. Let's see. So done. Sorted.
This is crazy. You are scraping it directly from Google.
Google, yeah. So this is another way to do it. So there are multiple ways. These are some of the ways that I personally use, built to it and everything. So for you, the method may not be the same. So if you are targeting somebody, jobs, professionals, so recruiting is great, Apollo is great. If you are targeting, let's say, manufacturers who are like sort of hard to find on LinkedIn, Lucia is great. If you are targeting SaaS companies, so Clutch, G2, top startups, Latka, e-commerce के लिए built with, Apollo, all these things are good. Local search के लिए D7 Lead Finder is good. So these are different methods that you can use. And again, this is with my limited knowledge. I might learn something more tomorrow. I'll put an update here. But easiest thing, forget about everything. Just pay money to somebody and like get it done.
Yeah.
So definitely the advantage is in hiring people directly. And as founders, my recommendation is if you want get results faster in terms of cold email and everything, just hire somebody.
So the next type of lead generation that we do is through a LinkedIn profile. So if you have a list of people in LinkedIn search and you want to get their data, or if you have a sales navigator account, you have figured out that, hey, this set of people is my target audience. How do you find that emails? How do you find how to email them to you? So we use a tool called Find Email and Sales Navigator to get all that data out and then start reaching out. So without any further ado, let's take a look at this particular tool and let me know what you think in the comments.
What is up, you beautiful people? In the last video, Didi and I discussed about it's kind of an overview of lead scraping. In this series of videos, there's gonna be like 4 to 5 videos where I'll be deep diving into different methods of scraping leads off the internet. So if your prospect's email ID and phone number is there on the internet, I'll show you a way to find them. So in today's video, I'll show you how exactly to find your prospects data through LinkedIn Sales Navigator and another tool that I know, it's called Find Email. All right, so let me go ahead and share my screen, and here we go. So here we use LinkedIn Sales Navigator and Find Email together to find the data, and here's a quick SOP around it, but I'll walk you through this entire process. So Sales Navigator is LinkedIn's own database for you to like go ahead and find leads. This is fantastic if you want to scrape the data of business people, right? If they are on LinkedIn, they do business in IT, HR, or any sort of professional domain, Sales Navigator is the best, right? Now, here's the dashboard of Sales Navigator. Here's how it looks. Now, if I were to like show you how to navigate this thing. So if you have people in your list, so basically just like an email list, you can have a list of your prospects here in Sales Navigator. They will keep updating new updates of different companies in this section. And here you can create like a persona if you want. And if any highlight that you should be looking out for, like Britannia Industries Limited has been activity has been trending, so there is something cool happening in Britannia, so you can go ahead and check. So if you are doing account-based marketing, nothing comes close, right? In messaging front, if you want to send messages to your prospects, these are the in-mail messages. Then you can like click on new message, type in a name, right? You can also send messages in bulk. You can do this. You can use messaging for the in-mail stuff. However, we'll not be using in-mails for our prospecting. Mostly, we'll be using Sales Navigator to extract leads. Now, you see there are two levels of Sales Navigator here. So one is for accounts and one is leads. Accounts are the company information, company demographics, number of employees, any tools they use, are they a publicly listed company, privately listed company, all those stuff. Okay? So if you go to accounts, you'll find all these folks right here. Now what I normally do to search new leads, I just simply click on account filters. Okay? Now let's say I want to work only with Shopify stores because those are e-commerce stores. Right? I'll put Shopify here. And it will give us a lot of companies who are using Shopify in their backend. Now let's say I want to work with Shopify stores in India. So I'm doing it for Sadhana. She's one of our Alpha Club members. And Vineet, her husband, is kind enough to give me access to his Find Email account. Mine, I don't know, for some reason it's not renewing. So Vineet gave me access to his. So it's pretty cool. Now here we got a lot of these companies with who are using Shopify in their backend. So right about 21,000 results, right? Now here, because Sadhana and all they specialize in TV commercials and stuff, we will go ahead and kind of narrow down in terms of headcount. So they're working with companies with more than 200 ish headcount. So we'll do this. We have only 229 results. That's strange. Okay, so let's just use this. This should be good enough. More than 50. Yeah, so at least we have a sizable amount of results here. And if you want to narrow it down based on certain kind of industry, you can do that too. So with Sadhana, we work a lot with manufacturing, right? Manufacturing people using Shopify in the backend, it has reduced a bit. Maybe we can use this to expand our horizons, but we'll just keep it to account based marketing as of now, right? In fact, I'll not use manufacturing because it reduces too much. We'll extract as many leads as possible and then we'll go into the next. Now you see these are the type of companies that I want to work with, right? Next, I also need to find out key person in this particular company, the decision maker in this company that I should be reaching out to. So then to do that, we need to go to the lead filter. Okay? Now, if you go to the lead filter, all the people working in all these companies will show up. So here, if you scroll down to see all filters, it will come up. Okay. Now, already all the profiles have been added. Now here, I just want to work with CEOs and founders, right? I'll put CEO, CMO also they work with those folks, and founder, co-founder, right? So we got a good 1 lakh plus results. Oh, I think the Shopify filter did not add here. So I'll do one thing. I'll go ahead and change the industry somewhere. Where is the industry? Yeah, here we go. I'll change it to manufacturing. And this should narrow it down quite a bit. So 14,000. And next, we only want to work with more than 500 big companies. So I'll remove these. So here we go. So we got 5,000 plus results. Okay. Now here, even with manufacturing, they only work with B2C manufacturers. So we need to figure out a way to find that out. But I'll just show you how to get these people's data. Okay. Now if you're doing LinkedIn outreach, a good thing that you can do is if you click on this one, posted on LinkedIn, you'll find people who are active on LinkedIn. So these are like the ideal set of people to send LinkedIn outreach, right? So this is pretty much it. I think this is a good filter to reach out to, and it's a sizable audience. So about 1,000 results are here. Now we'll go ahead and use Find Email to get these people in here. Okay. So what I'll do, so there is a Chrome extension, by the way. So Find Email ke liye you can just simply type in findemail.com. You'll find this. If you just sign up here, get started for free, you'll find it. And best thing is it doesn't cost a lot. So let's say if I want to scrap all this data, so I'll remove this also, and I want to scrape the entire 5,000 big result, I'll simply take the $99 per month plan. That just works, right? But if you are on a budget, you can go with the $49 a month, extract all the data, cancel the subscription, totally up to you, right? The backend looks something like this, it looks sort of like this with all the previous leads that we have generated. Now, to get this up and running, what we need to do is to install the Find Email Chrome extension. Just Google Find Email extension for Chrome, and you will find this particular extension here. Remove from Chrome. Okay, just add to the Chrome and it will get added here. Next, you need to go to API and you need to create like an API for yourself. So let's say I create like a demo API, create, and copy this particular thing. And if you have not added the API yet, it will ask you for the API here. And once you add it, it gets activated. Okay, that's all. Now once it's activated, just refresh your Sales Navigator, and you have to do it just once. Okay, for some reason my card is not working. Now you see there is a button called Export to CSV. This is exactly what we want. What we'll do is we'll simply click on this, and then we got 1,025 people to export. Now if I come back to my email finder, you'll see there are 648 remaining credits. Now mind you, the best thing about Find Email is that they will only charge you for this verified email. They will not charge you for any unverified email, or if they don't find the email at all, right? So usually what I've seen, whatever number it is, about half of them are verified, right? So what I'll do, I'll just scrap everything and click on Export CSV. Now let it do its magic, and in a bit you'll know that the entire thing gets exported to a nice little CSV sheet, and then I'll show you the next action steps. Alright, so here we are. We got almost, we got about 1020 people exported. So we have 4 more. So realize after a bit that how many of these 1024 people are actually who actually fall in our target audience. All we need to do is click on the save CSV file so that we can have the CSV. So I don't know why this started again, but we don't need it. Anywho, what I'll do is I'll open up a new sheets, a new Google sheet, and here you have to go to File, Import. Okay, give me a minute. My internet is ridiculously slow here. And upload, and boom. So we'll have the data of all the members, but not all of them will have an email ID. So we'll need to check how many of these 1,000 people have an email ID. If we can't find email IDs of all the other people, we need to do LinkedIn outreach. Hence the filter of posted on LinkedIn. I'll just cancel this. Boom. So what I'll do is I'll just use this. Alright, so if I select the email columns, you see only 274 of these are like email IDs here, and rest of all the other people, they are like not so valid. So it's cool, not a problem. A good thing is we also have like a summary of like the person, what they do. It's like the LinkedIn bio, and here is the industry, and there is to be something for company bio as well somewhere, but anyway. Now I'll just select this, insert, or I'll just make it like a freeze. Now in this particular line, we can like go to insert and smart chips and convert people to chip to take out the verified email data. So you see some of them are having verified data, some of them don't. So again, classic method. So copy that email column Then what we'll need to do first is put a filter here. And what I'll put a filter in all of these and go to here and remove the blanks, right? So now I'll select everything. Now we know that these are not valid and these are valid, so we need to like extract the valid emails out of the invalid ones. So simply go to Microsoft Excel. Yeah, and we'll just need to paste. Right, now we'll copy this emails, open up a new sheet. I know this is tiresome, but this is jugaad that works, so it's cool. All we need to do is copy the entire list, come back and paste it here. Yeah, and then I'll just rearrange it nicely and put a filter. Give me a minute. Alright, now we'll need to put a filter on all the columns, and here we just need to sort by color. Now what we have seen is like we got like 274 valid lead data out of scraping 1,000 odd leads, and it will only deduct the 274 ish, or rather whatever they have found. Yeah, 274 odd data out of this entire thing. I think we sorted it. Give me a minute. I'll just filter it instead of sorting. Yeah, now it's okay. We got 163 data. This is the valid ones. So yeah, we are sorted with this data set, and we can send them a personal email. This is like the LinkedIn URL or LinkedIn Sales Navigator URL if you want to send like a in mail, and this is I don't know. Let me just quickly check if it opens in Sales Navigator or the person profile. Alright, this is the person profile, so good. So you can do LinkedIn outreach to all the people whose email you don't have. And this is the Sales Navigator URL, this is the company domain, and this is summary of the person. So if you want to hyper personalize your emails, then this is like the best options. In the next tutorial I'll show you how to hyper personalize your emails using this data with ChatGPT, but for now our objective is done here by basically extracting the data that we wanted, right? Thank you very much for watching, and see you in the next video.
Now, a lot of people come to me and they say that, hey, I want local lead generation. I want to work with the local American people, the spas in Miami, something like that, right? There are multiple tools. There is there is Lead Gorilla. There is there are some other tools as well which can scrape this Google Maps data and give it to you. I personally like D7 Lead Finder. Why? Because this particular tool also gives an idea of whether they're running ads or not, or do they have a Facebook pixel installed. It'll give you an idea about do they have like how's their website, all of those stuff, right? So D7 Lead Finder is pretty good for finding local leads, and in this particular section of the tutorial I'll be covering how exactly to use that to generate leads. Without any further ado,
Hey, what is up, you beautiful people? In this video, I'll show you yet another method to generate some very high quality leads from a tool that is known as D7 Lead Finder. This is great for local leads if you are looking for, let's say, doctors, chiropractors, real estate people, sometimes generally in the service business, plumbers, swimming pool people, so all those folks, right? So let me just share my screen, and this is how the dashboard of D7 Lead Finder looks like. And it costs, I'll just open up an incognito and show you the pricing. D7 Lead Finder. So there are like variable pricing. In my opinion, this is like the best pricing out there, 9,000 rupees. I know it's a little bit costly, but if you are a social media marketer, they provide Instagram followers data, with how many followers they have, average likes per photo, engagement, whether they have running ads on Google or not, whether they have a pixel installed or not. So all these things they give in this particular plan. For me, I just use this one because I don't need D7 a lot nowadays, but I would recommend you go with the higher up plan because that's like really good, right? So once we are here, we can like go ahead and search for a particular business. Let's say ultrasound, no, uh, sonographer. Okay, we can go to chiropractor. That sounds like a good deal. And here you go city by city. So, let's say we go to ChatGPT and we ask like, what are the top 10 cities in USA based on the amount, based on their growth percentage. Let's see. We can go with this. Right, Austin, Texas. We can go with that. Okay. So I'll copy Austin, type in that, type just Austin. Yeah, we got Austin, Texas, chiropractors in Austin. I'll just click here and it takes like about 3 minutes and it will go ahead and generate like a bunch of leads for us. So let's just wait for it while it, kind of creates. Yeah, so it's done. Great stuff. We got like an email, we got their website, we got the LinkedIn profile and their phone number as well. So it's pretty cool. All we need to do is click on this CSV now, right? All right, it's downloaded. Let me see what's the number. Some 502 entries from Austin, Texas alone. And let's just do the same thing. Just open up a new sheet, upload the CSV, filter out the right leads from the wrong leads, and we can like start sending. Now, mind you, this is there is one lacuna, one problem with this particular method is that here you may not get the founder's email ID directly. Like when it comes to an e-commerce store, you just find the founder's email IDs directly, right? Here, what happens is you get the company email ID. But if you ask me, it is still okay because these are local businesses, and more often than not, the founders themselves, they open all the emails. So it's still cool. So you can still start, send emails to get these clients onboarded. So all we need to do is click here, insert smart chips, convert people to chip. Yeah. Some of them have a chip, some of them don't. So we'll copy this, go to Excel, paste it, copy that, come here, open up a new spreadsheet. Yeah. Now I'll go ahead and copy this entire list, come back, paste this thing here. Then I'll put a filter, this filter, okay, right? And here I'll just select people with blue color mark. Now in the old spreadsheet, I'll just delete and copy all of it, come back, paste, and boom. We got 225 solid verified leads from one city. I don't know how many cities in USA. Let's see. We got over 1 lakh plus cities in US, so you have pretty much as many leads as you want. So this is cool, right? So I'll just delete these. Delete these. And here Google rank and all, we have not subscribed to the pro plan, so it's fine. Address, I'll keep it in case otherwise it's still fine. Zip code and all, we'll just delete these. So yeah, this is a nice looking sheet now, and we can like start sending emails to these folks here. You can also try out and maybe copy this, come here, put like owner right on the next. Gordon, Marvin, and Mia Connors. You can kind of find their owners somehow if you just Google a little bit. Otherwise, it's totally fine, right? So yeah, that's pretty much about it. So here we have explored D7. There are many more ways of generating leads. I will cover one such technique in one such videos. So look forward to the next ones. Sure. Bye bye.
Now, this one is my absolute favorite. We have used tools like this one is my absolute favorite. Why? Well, because it's Apollo or Tigo. It's so easy. It has a database. You just put some filters and get the data out and start reaching out, right? But Apollo can become a little bit expensive as you upgrade, which is why I've got the perfect solution for you. In this particular video, I'll show you how exactly to scrape data from Apollo without paying to Apollo using some third-party scrapers or tools or agencies, right? So without any further ado, let's have a look at how this Apollo scraper thing works, right? All right, so in this video, I'll show you how exactly to scrape data from Apollo. So we use this a lot for most of the Alpha Club members. So in this tutorial, you'll get a full-fledged idea how exactly we filter leads and download it. And no, you don't need Apollo subscription, but if you have it, it's good, right? So to extract data, we go to search filter here, right? And I have the Apollo premium plans. If you go to apollo.io, we have and go to pricing here. So they have these plans, $49, $99 and everything. So either you can choose any one of these to extract data. We don't use Apollo for cold emailing, just to extract data, right? So we are unprofessional, and if you use these additional filters will be unlocked, like email status, technology, buying intent, all of this stuff, right? So that helps. Now, how exactly to extract data from Apollo? First, we need to feed the ideal customer persona into the Apollo thing. How do we do it? So there are two filters. There is people filter and there is company filter, right? If you want to target specific companies, then go for companies. I personally use people filters, right? Let's say we're targeting, marketing agency owners in US who have less than 50 employees, and they are using a specific tool like ConvertKit. Let's see, or ActiveCampaign. So what we need to do, you come here, in the job title, we'll simply search for founder, CEO, we got owner, sometimes we got president, there are director, right? Now after that, we can go to industry and keyword to filter out which industries they belong to. If they are marketing industry, just put down marketing, marketing and advertising. You can also check if they are having specific keywords in their SEO description. So if you go here, go to advanced, click SEO description, social media description. If they have a specific keyword that they are using, you can add those as well, but I'll not use it for now. And let's say they are in if this is a US company, so instead of contact, go to account HQ. So the company is incorporated in United States. That's the important thing. Yeah. And then employee size, let's say we got 11 to 50 employees, and let's say we'll pick only those people who are using ActiveCampaign by going to the technology filter, right? So we got 2000 odd lists. Let me see if ConvertKit comes in. No, ConvertKit doesn't come. There are some tools that are listed, some are not. So this is it. And then what we do is I also go to this email status and click on verified most of the time, because then we would need like the most verified form of emails, which comes down to 1600 list, right? Now, if you were to let's say download this entire list without paying like hefty price for Apollo,
all you need to do is to take care of this particular search URL. This is the most important thing. And I use a company called magicallygenius.com. Just put /Apollo. It's a lead generation company which extracts Apollo data for you for a very, very cheap rate. So all they need is like, the search URL. So if you go to Apollo, search this particular URL, copy it, paste it here, and we got what, 1600 leads. So that is less than 2000. That comes down to $6. You pay $6, you got like 2000 leads, right? So that's like a pretty fantastic deal. And if you click on next, you just have to fill in these details, put on your credit card or debit card, and make the payment. Now, sometimes Indian credit cards or debit cards, get rejected. So in that case, you can simply join the Discord group that they have. So if you click here, you will go to their Discord group, so which is this. This is how it looks. And here you can go to the support tickets and tell them like, hey, you know what? I need, let me see. Okay, ticket aa gaya. I need 2000 leads, or let's say 1600 leads from Apollo, from India, and my cards are not working. Okay, you do something like this and they will basically ask you for the search URL, and they will send you like a UPI QR code, and you can pay it off and download the leads. All right, so what I've done is like they have responded back to the support ticket and they have given me like a QR code. I'll just make the payment that they need, and it's done. I will send this particular screenshot on in the server. And once it is done, they will basically send this lead to us. Cool. Alright guys, so what we have done is like we have gotten our credits. I paid the guys to like get me some credits to scrape data from Apollo. So what I'll do is I'll go back to my Apollo and take this search URL. Okay, come here to the Discord group, click on extract leads, and here I'll have to just paste the link and type in 2K here and click on submit. Right, and as soon as you do that, it will get you, show you this particular message showing that, hey, thank you for your leads, we are currently processing them. We'll send you a direct message shortly with the download link. You can expect to receive it within a few minutes. And boom, here we have the 2000 list of leads are ready. I'll just click on download, and just visit site. All right, it got downloaded here. So I'll simply create a new sheet. This one, I'll go to file, import, I'll click on upload, and I'll select that particular list. Import data. And boom, we got the list of leads. Now the usual process to filter them out, simply click on emails, insert smart chips, convert people to chip, because it's like a list of 2000, it might take a little bit of time, but yeah, we got it. Now all you have to do is copy this entire thing, same strategy, go back to Microsoft Excel, or we can use some other tool, bulk email verifier, never bounce, blah blah blah. It's just that it's my favorite, so we'll just use it. I'll paste all the leads here in Excel. Anyway, we got our leads right here. and we'll copy these, open up a new file, paste them all here, then and copy this entire thing, paste it here. All right, and then we'll put a filter from here, and we'll come here, filter by color, and the text color will select only the blue ones. So we got 1623 valid leads, which is not bad, to be honest, right? And then I can use this database to send emails, ask for collaborations, and 100 other things, right? So yeah, this is pretty cool. So let me know what you think. And you can use the same strategy to generate some leads for yourself or for your marketing agency, right? Thank you very much for watching, and see you in the next video.
Now, a very peculiar case of customers come to me and they say, Jayant, I don't have any money. What should I do? Give me a free method to get leads for myself. Well, I've got your back. So in this particular video, I'll show you how exactly to scrape data off Google, the actual genuine data of founders who have posted their email IDs on Google, probably for some requirement, probably for some business. So, and how to scrape them using ChatGPT. It's pretty awesome. So the next part of the tutorial is exactly about that. So thank you very much for watching. Let's go.
All right, let's do a quick recap. And what we have covered is like the fundamentals of data scraping through LinkedIn Sales Navigator, D7 Lead Finder, Apollo. There are 100 other tools like Snove.io, saleskeywell.com, so many things. You can just Google it and find these tools out there to find the right data for you. These are by far my favorite tools out there, right? Now, if by any chance you still did not get like the kind of data that you're looking for, or let's say your target market is just not available in any database, then this technique that I'm about to share will definitely help you. Now, the best thing about this technique is that you do not need any tools. This is going to be completely free of cost, right? So we simply use Google to do this. You can actually also use Bing to do it, but I'll just stick to Google, right? So one of our friends, Varun, he only targets YouTubers in India, that too who are in the edtech space, right? So one of the ways we target them is by simply going here, typing site, youtube.com, then space, then let's say put like a keyword that they use, coach. And then type in something like, +91 if you are looking for some WhatsApp numbers, right? Just type in and boom, here you go. You'll have a lot of these people with their WhatsApp numbers displayed. I'll use a different browser because sometimes what happens is, the other browser gets hanged. But this works, right? You got numbers of these people, and you can use our trusty friend ChatGPT to get some, let's say details out. So let's say we copy this much and go to ChatGPT and type in, I think I need to upgrade, and just type in extract the names and phone numbers from the following data, and boom, there you go, right? If you ask it to put it on a tabular format, it will do that for you. Second thing, if you want to put to get email IDs, just do this. You'll get the email IDs of these people. So, and again, use GPT to get the email IDs, or there are some tools like extract email IDs. You can use GPT to extract these email IDs. I know this is going to be a little bit of a manual task, but then again, if nothing works, this is probably the best method. And not just YouTube, you can also use something called as Instagram. I'll put some Instagram.com and put something like this. You got, right? you got the Gmail ID. If you want, let's say, doctors, so we'll put DR and hit enter. We might find some doctors right here with the Gmail ID that they use, Dr. Audrey Su, Dr. Wang Bell, Label, whatever. And let's say if you want doctors in India, just type in +91, right? And boom, there you go. Now you have to manually, basically manually do the verification and everything, but it is quite an effective method to find these people's phone numbers. You can do a WhatsApp outreach, a cold call, any of these stuff. One of my favorite ways though is extracting these email IDs from LinkedIn and Twitter. So I'll use a certain tool called as Recruitin.net. And here, let's say I'm looking for CPAs or certified public accountant, right? Here, instead of all countries, let's say I'm looking for CPAs in UK. And just type in @gmail.com and click on find the right people in English. What this does, it gives you like a Google search query. So if you click on open in Google, obviously I'm not a robot, it gives you a lot of leads right here. Right? So @gmail.com becomes like a keyword here. So if I want to do it for US, it takes a little bit of time sometime. Okay, got it. Now if you click on open in Google, you got 57,000 results with the Gmail IDs right here, right? And you can scrape this data and use it yourself, right? Same way, you can also go to Twitter and type in which city you want, what skills you are looking for, right? For example, let's say I want New York, email marketing, let's say. This is a keyword. All right, we got the data. So let's click on open in Google. Now here we go. Okay, they say New York Times, email me at this. So I'll put email, or let's say I put marketing agency, or I'll put coach here. And instead of New York, we'll put gmail.com. And boom, your coach Burnett, their email ID, Diane Broadwater, their email ID. Yeah, there you go. We got like all the data here. All you have to do is copy, go to GPT, say extract the names and emails from the following data and represent them in a tabular form. Boom, there we go. You can also ask it to separate the first name and last name, but it works, right? So this is from Twitter. If let's say your target audience is in Crunchbase, you are targeting startups. Crunchbase.com. Let's say they have raised Series A. Here we'll put something called as contact email. This is the keyword. There we go. Oh, there is something called as Series A agency. There is a company named as Series A. All right. But here we go. Duna, then there is a contact email. Jenny Sites, there is a contact email right here. Phone number is also there. So it works, right? You can scrape up this data. Now, if you want to scrape this data off, then there is a tool that I personally use. It's not the most effective tool, but it works. It's like you can make do with it. Simply search something called as email scraper from Google, and you'll find this particular extension called as email extractor. Click here. Click on add to Chrome or add to Brave, whatever. And boom, It did not. Let's just refresh, and boom, we got 95 emails right here. So it does work. It has also taken my email ID, but this is not like the best way to find. No, but this is not like the best way to find the email IDs, but it works in case you don't have any other choice. Yet another way, let's say you still did not have, let's say you know the kind of technologies or softwares that a particular company uses, and you want to extract the data of those, and I suggest go with something called as builtwith.com. So simply log into pro.builtwith.com. You can see the URL here, and let's say I want to find out websites using Klaviyo in Brazil, right? Oops. I'll just type in Klaviyo. This is a tool that Shopify stores use. And here, let's say we go with, where is Brazil? We have 2013 stores in Brazil using, this particular tool. So here we go, right? This is the store name. If you click here, many times you will find, okay, here we don't have email IDs. Many times you do get email IDs. Let's, for example, this one, ajuda.meg.com.br. Meg and Meg, okay, that is why. Okay, and this does help sometimes. See, sack@lojaflash.com. Sometimes you can click here and find their profile on LinkedIn. Okay, we got Loja Flash, but we didn't find anything. Okay, it's not a claimed page. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, but you can pretty much find a lot of these leads directly from here. Or if you want, you can use like something like snove.io to extract these data. So let's say I open up this particular page's website. How do I get that? So copy this, go to the website and use certain tools. Let's say I use snove.io. And there are so many leads that it has given. And we can also actually check drjones.br founder. If you search something like this, you might find, see, Andre Popucci. So that's his name. So if I use snove.io, I'll find email IDs. Okay, it can be either andre.p or andre@drjones.com.br. So there you go. This is the founder's email ID, and you can start sending cold emails. So this is the whole idea behind using different techniques to generate leads. I hope this helped with the methods that I just explained in the previous lessons. You can pretty much get any data that you want. These are in case you didn't get, right? So I can go even further. I can go on and on about this. Just imagine the site and you can find the leads, right? So let's say I go to something called as, let's say yelp.com, and I'll put restaurant, and then we'll put @gmail.com. Or let's say we go to spa, and boom, we got all these, spas with the email IDs listed and indexed. And you got, see, they don't have good ratings. You can send a mail to them saying that, hey, you know what, I came across your Yelp, saw that you got bad ratings, but we can pump that up by asking people to get you good reviews and all those things, right? See, so this works. So try them out, generate some leads for yourself, and I genuinely hope that it helps. Thank you very much for watching, and see you in the next lesson.
All right, folks, I hope you enjoyed the tutorials, whether it is the D7 Lead Finder or Sales Navigator or Apollo. I hope you got a clear idea on how this whole system works, and I hope you now can generate a lot of data. If you liked what you saw in this video and you loved the process of lead generation, please leave a comment saying what did you like about this video, maybe top 3 things that you liked, right? Because it means the world to me when you post some comment, and it helps me grow as a channel, right? So thank you very much. And in the next videos, I'll bring up more and more tutorials so that you can get more business, get more leads, and eventually make a lot of money. Thank you very much for watching.